Okay, so I'm in here. The front seat has too much light. I'm about to work hard recording this because I've been thinking, let me record it because my weeks are not the same. Sometimes I'm too busy. Sometimes I'm too stressed. Sometimes, I just don't have time. So this week, I have a bit of free time. I have a lot of free time. Let me put it that way. So let me do this. I've written the questions on here. So let's go. Hola. Kinalito, aka Mahali Selepe, the girl that calls 4 countries home. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining the cool gang. Thank you for joining the people. Thank you for joining our family. If you want to be part of this family, yes, click the subscribe button. Help me grow. And thank you so much for my returning subscribers, for helping me reach 3K subbies. Road to 4K. Let's do this. Let's grow. And don't forget to send through your video suggestions. Okay, righty-ho. Oh, which one shall I start with? Let me just start with the one I've written first. How are you? How are you doing for real? Okay, this is similar to another one that just said, how are you? Okay. So it depends. This question depends on which day you ask. Goodness, it's so weird. Where I'm sitting. Oh my days. Let me sit sideways. Okay, hopefully when I zoom it in, it's not gonna feel as strange. So depending on when you ask me, I'll have different answers. But to be honest, I still feel I'm in a fog, but I feel positive. Yeah, that's the difference. I'm still feeling slightly lost. I still feel confused about life, about what to do from now on, how to navigate, adulting alone, how to navigate single parenting, how to navigate career, being an independent adult. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still a bit lost, because there's a lot of options, and I'm trying to look at, okay, what works for me, for my situation, for my age, for my location. What would work for the time I have, the time I think I have, God willing, if God still lends me life, how much time do I foresee I still have on earth? And therefore, what is achievable? What can I do? How do I quickly get to that point that I want to get to? Do I want to be rich, or do I want to be educated? Unfortunately, yes, those things can be separate, can be two different things. Okay, so do I study for the next 10 years, or do I bust my butt for the next 10 years? What kind of life do I want to have? What do I want to be able to afford? How do I make sure I get there? So, yeah, that's not my point. That's a point from a friend of mine. Thanks for that. I know you're watching. So yeah, it's quite confusing. I'm praying about it for clarity, but I'm feeling positive. I'm not feeling stressed. I'm feeling calm and positive. Did I say positive? How do you protect kids from the divorce impact? Do they get time to spend with both of you? Okay, so this one is two-pronged. Okay. How do I protect my kids from the divorce impact? I take them to therapy and we talk every day. Not each and every day, but we talk quite often to check where they are, where we all are emotionally, how we're feeling about things. I update them each and every time. I'm very, very truthful, very realistic, very honest with them about things, about what's happening, about everything. So they don't get shocked, they don't hear it somewhere else, so they don't, each and every step, the decisions, sometimes I include them because they're quite matured. So and I try to talk about it so that I know I'm trying to demystify it. They're handling it quite well, and I play my part in making sure that we keep talking about it. We keep talking about it openly here on YouTube with friends, just so they can see it's part of life. This is part of life. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be. It's not a shameful thing. It's life. It's part of life, and it's okay. Let's liberate each other. Let's share. Let's talk. It's okay when you're going through things in life. You can share. You don't have to. And even if you don't want to share, once people find out, if people talk about it, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's like, okay, so what? Yeah, that's happening. And then what your point was. I think also just being on good terms with their dad. Like, we don't fight in front of them if we have a disagreement. But I mean, we've always had disagreements openly. Like you do in homes, except when something is really, really bad. Yeah, we just try to not, right now, when emotions take over, we try not to talk about things in front of them. We try to, for those who don't know, my children are 18 and 14. So we just try to speak in our language, although they hear some bits, but yeah, we try to speak softly in our language. If I ever, because there's a time when I needed to talk to him, for example, and he just wasn't budging. He just wouldn't give me time to talk. So I had to just bring up the thing in front of the kids because he came to see the kids. He didn't want to talk to me. So I just had to speak. That's when you still need to try and speak softly, but in the language that, hey, Pella, there's this thing. What's happening with that, but yeah, therapy mostly, and just checking on them and how they are doing, and just talking openly. Do they get to spend time with both of us? I guess what you're asking is, do they get time to spend with their dad because they live with me? They do. Their father lives with us right now, so that has helped. So they do see him more than they did before. So yes, they do get to spend time with both of us. What does it take to be an Australian citizen, and how is life there? So you can be an Australian citizen if you are a permanent resident. If you're a permanent resident, you can apply for Australian citizenship. Now, to be a permanent resident holder, people in this country, the way it works, you can come here if you're a professional. There's I think it's on Department of Borders and Immigration website. It has details about the processing of the application and the forms, and also details of how you become Australian. I'm not sure if it's the same website that has the information on how to come here. But your question was how to become an Australian citizen and how is it here. So to become an Australian citizen, you have to be a permanent resident. To be a permanent resident, a lot of people, some friends of ours who came here from the UK, some from South Africa, came here already holding a permanent residency. So if your employer, your employer can apply for your permit, and you get your permanent residency before you even get to the country. Once you have that, you can apply for citizenship, basically. That's all you need. You need to be 16 and over to apply. Otherwise, someone else applies for you and you're a dependent. If you don't come here as a permanent resident, you need to have lived in Australia for 4 years, including 12 months as a permanent resident. You need to be of good character. So your police clearance checks and stuff, you should have no criminal records. You need to have adequate knowledge of your responsibilities and privileges as a citizen. What does that mean? For you to become a citizen, you need to pass a citizenship test. The test tells you all about being Australian and all the privileges and responsibilities of a person who is a citizen of this country. You write that test as part of your citizenship application, and all going well, then you get your citizenship. You can also be eligible for Australian citizenship by descent. So if your dad, mom, grandparents, if somehow your lineage were Australian, then you can be a citizen. So, and like I said, check that website for more information. The Department of Borders and Immigration website. How's life here? I don't know as compared to what. I think if I remember, your name was Southern African. Compared to home, it's different. I mean, I came here from the UK, so I love it here because it's so different. People here are much more friendlier. There's much more freedom, and it feels a lot more like South Africa. First world South Africa, life outdoors, the sunshine, and people are free. I love that there's just a sense of freedom in the atmosphere. I don't know, like people are still very similar to the UK in a sense that people mind their business to a degree. Australians are very, very nosy, extremely nosy. But at the same time, they mind their business. I like the combination. They're nosy enough to care. They care what you're going through, and they might gossip, but you do feel like people care about what you're going through. Whereas the British didn't even care what you're going through. So I loved Britain for the fact that you could go through whatever you're going through. Ain't nobody cares. You understand? No one is in your business. Nobody cares. But then the upside of that is that nobody cares. You could die. They find you 2 weeks later. It's like, whoa, okay. Nobody cares. It's not that bad. But yeah, I love it here. It's good. It's good life. No regrets coming here. It's been the best thing that we did as a family to come here. It's been brilliant. Even the way the government has been taking care of me as a single mother, it's just been brilliant. Have you started dating again, or you're just doing you for now? Have you started dating again, or you're just doing you for now? Which is similar to, are you open to remarriage? Okay, maybe they're different. Okay, let me not combine them. I'm doing me for now. Next. Can we have a 2021 studio album, please? Crying emoji. This one, there was also a, when is your next album? Please donate. Finances, guys. Money is the only thing standing between me and the next album. Do you know my album the 2013 album that I did the audios for. I did the videos recently. 100,000 rands. 100,000 rands. So you tell me, okay? That would be $10,000 or about 7,000 pounds. You know, okay. Ooh, okay. How did you go back to a man who constantly go back to the D word? Did you stay for love, comfort, or for the kids? Or was it as Bomulo Mohol or church? Now that you can reflect back, what do you think was the motivation for you to fight for your marriage? I love this question. There's so many questions in here. And yeah, I don't know. How do you answer this question? Honestly. So, if you're new here, this is the 7th time that my husband and I have been separated. It's the 7th time he has wanted the divorce, okay? And to be honest, at different stages, I felt different things. I stayed for different reasons. Are you open to remarriage? What would be the red flags you'd look for in a potential partner in the honeymoon phase that you would say are telltale signs that he will switch on you once you commit? I don't like this question. I don't know. I mean, for a lot of people, they feel their husband switch after they commit. This question I cannot answer honestly, because it's gonna point to my situation. You know, I can't. This one, I'll leave it for the book. This book is hard, guys. It's too hard. It's hard. I just cry. So it's nowhere near finishing. I just need to discipline myself. You know, once I'm settled in other things, yeah, we're gonna push for this book. But this book is too painful. It's painful. So this question I cannot answer without it being about my ex. So I don't know how to honestly answer this one. I'm sorry. Yeah. But just listen to your sixth sense. That's the Holy Spirit. And follow your heart. Yeah. Follow your heart. Follow your conviction in your heart before marriage. Yeah. They'll usually be a warning before you get married. Okay. Did you work or were you a full-time mom? What's the financial situation? Advice for married women. I was a full-time mom. Yeah. So no, I did not work. I have worked before, but I didn't work. I was a full-time student and full-time mom. What's the financial situation? I am comfortable by God's grace. There are hard days, there are difficult days. But only when there's extra things, like I showed you guys when I went to service this car. It was meant to be 1,100. It ended up being 2,000 something because they found something that doesn't work, and there's still a couple other things that don't work. You know, my brakes in the front, the brakes in the back were done. You know, it's only when those things are, because it's like I'm living. There's a time when I had really good savings. You know, I paid for semester 1, which were savings that we were saving together before my ex moved out. And after he moved out, he was sending me the money for the children, and I was just taking all of it, putting it in the savings for uni. But right now, yeah, I'm starting over my savings again. For the most part, I am comfortable financially. Advice for married women. I think what I would say from my experience, make sure you are financially independent, okay? And hopefully he'll be okay with that. If he's not, make sure you have an education. You know, if you end up being home, if you being home ends up being what works for your family, make sure you have a degree, a diploma, something, a qualification that you can easily go get a job should things go haywire. Don't be home when you have no qualification and you're not working. You know, the power struggle, I think it's a challenge. In some instances, even his family doesn't have respect for you when you don't bring in the money. So I think make sure you are bringing in the money. Make sure you have your own money, or at least you have the capacity to bring your own money. You know, yeah, I wouldn't say be saving up, have money that he doesn't know about. I don't believe in that, Shem. I really don't. I don't. Unless, I mean, he should know the money is there. He may not know how much it is because he doesn't care to know, but let it not be a secret. I don't believe in secrets. I believe in going in, all in. I can't say hold back. There was someone in my comments who said when it comes to marriage, you need to leave room for disappointment. It's a good advice, but I don't like it. But yeah, just as with life, be open for change. It might be positive change, it might be negative change. It might be your husband changing and becoming a new person altogether. You need to be able to change with him. Yeah, be open-minded. Yeah, be open-minded. I think that's a good one. Yeah. What are you looking forward to in the future? Post-divorce, I presume. I'm looking forward to living. I am looking forward to living, to exploding, to doing the most. I'm looking forward to really living because God came so I can have life and life in abundance. I am looking forward to living life in abundance. All right, thank you so much, guys, for all your questions. I hope I answered them satisfactorily. Thank you for watching. Help me grow. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Share the video. Love you guys, but remember that God loves you even more, and that is true. Ciao, ciao. Hela, you watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you and take care of yourself.